Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Sham bin Muhammad Ali. Today, I want to present 5 functions that can be used in Microsoft Excel. The function AND. The purpose of this function is checks whether all arguments are true and returns the value true if all the arguments in these functions are true. The syntax used for this function is equal and bracket logical 1 semicolon logical 2 semicolon logical 3 brackets. Before I demonstrate the purpose of the function AND, let's understand this table first. Here you will see this field trip eligibility poster where the situation is these five students wants to go to the field trip. According to this roster, the students only can join this trip if they return their permission slip, followed by their attendance must be above 90% and grade must be up to 80%. If one from 3 of them are declined, they are not allowed to join the trip. If they have all of these conditions, they will receive the standard pass. But there are some exceptions. If they participated in science fair or they have the president role in their class, these type of students will receive the golden ticket pass. But even if their disciplinary status are suspended, both of students who earn the standard pass or the golden ticket pass can join the trip. Let's look on how the function AND works. As I said before, this function only returns the value true if only all the arguments are true. This can be linked to the standard pass eligibility. This standard pass eligibility is the grade must be above 80% and the attendance must be up to 90%. Here you can see I use the syntax of this function where the D6 refers to the first student grade that is 85% and the E6 which refers to the student's attendance are 95%. Because of this grade and attendance of these first students are above 80% and 90%, the standard pass value will be true. And also you can see the second student one, because its grade are below 80%, which was 75%, its standard pass will be so the value false. The practical example for the function AND: a salesperson receives a quarterly bonus only if they hit their revenue goal and maintain excellent customer ratings. Now let's look on for the second function, the function false. This function purpose is returns the logical value false, just a straightforward function. The syntax used for this function is equal false followed by the brackets with nothing in it. Let's demonstrate the function false. When I type the syntax here, you can clearly see here the equal symbol, the false, and followed by the brackets. When I click enter here, you can see the function will be simply return the value false. So the output was simply the value false itself. The practical example is a bank's security system marks an account alert as false for fraud if the credit card charge happens in the user's home city. Now let's look on the third function called the function NOT. The purpose of this function is change the value false to true or change the value true to false. The syntax used for this function is bracket not equal not bracket for bracket the arguments you want to put in the function. Now let's demonstrate the purpose of the function NOT. When some of the students can go to the field trip by the golden ticket pass, if their disciplinary status are suspended, they are still not allowed to join the trip. So when you see I click on the Ahmad behavior pass, it shows true when his discipline status was active. And when it comes to the suspended status, the behavior pass will be changed to the false. It is because when I set the behavior pass, the formula you can see here, the function not. Initially the K6 equal to suspended value is a false, but because when I set the value, because I set the function not here, it will be changed the false value to the true. And also when you see here, I write the K8 equal to suspended argument. Initially it is actually true because if you see the K8 it shows suspended, but after I use the function not, it will change the value true to the false. The practical example for the function not: an inventory sheet flags item for a warehouse restock only if the product is not marked as discontinued. Now let's look on the fourth function, which is called the function OR. The purpose of this function is checks whether any of the arguments are true and returns true or false, and it will return the value false only if all the arguments are false. The syntax used for this function is equal or brackets. For if you have two arguments, just put two arguments in it and put the semicolon followed by the brackets. Now let's look on the function OR, which I use it for the eligibility of golden ticket pass. To gain the golden ticket pass, they must have participated in science fair or they must have any role in the class. H6, here you can see that I use the formula in the first student in the golden ticket, that for the function OR, equal sign and followed by the OR and followed by the brackets. You can see there are two arguments. H6 refers to the attendance to science fair, which are yes or no, and I6 refers to the class role. So when I use the function OR, even the student doesn't fulfill the both condition, the value still remain true. But in this case, for the first student, it doesn't belongs to any condition, so the value become false. And also you can see that another student called Ravanan, he have participated in science fair, yet he doesn't have any role in the class. So because he fulfill one of the condition above, he can gain the gold pass, the gold ticket pass. The practical example for the function OR is an airport lounge grants free entry if a passenger is flying first class or holds a VIP loyalty card. Now for the fifth and final function, which is called the function true. These function purpose are straightforward. It just simply returns the logical value true. The syntax is which you simply put the equal symbol followed by the word true followed by the brackets. I want to demonstrate the purpose of the function true, where you will see it's similar to the function false, where you simply enter the equal symbol followed by the word true, the function true followed by the brackets. When I click the enter button, you will see the function simply returns the value true. Simply how I write the formula false, so the output is the value true itself. The practical example for the function true: a project tracking sheet automatically flags a task X true for being late the exact day a deadline is missed. So I have presented all of the logical functions that I want to present. So that's all for now. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bye.